There we go. I'm going to jump all over the place a bit this morning and let you know that I was able to submit the activities of the Cultivating Readers project for the professional development credit for the PD criteria. Okay, so there was a training component and there's a professional development 15 credit component. What we did was I worked with Lexi and Shelby, and we submitted an application of all of the professional development opportunities that are part of our project. And so they submitted a syllabus that went over all of the activities that we did, the Fall Institute, the collaboration calls, the trainings, and the Spring Institute for this year and next year, and they were approved. So you, as administrators, will be the responsible parties to ensure that the staff that meet the criteria receive, just a second, I'm going to pull, if you want to know what they submitted, there's an application that we had to submit. So the application for the dyslexia professional development credit, Lexi and Shelby did it. That syllabus aligns to it. It was approved. What I'm looking for is my oh, I know where it is. We created a in-service. One second. And I'm going to be sending it to you. And it will be the administrator's responsibility to give this in-service certificate only to those individuals that met the criteria for completion of the activities. I hope that makes sense. With that being said, we are opening it up for next year. And this is where I'm going to need you, Neil, to all teachers that are potentially not in the project. Okay. We are going to offer to any staff within the elementary buildings that are implementing the Cultivating Readers project to attend virtually the Fall Institute, the monthly calls, and the Spring Institute, and receive the PD credit. And it's what the State Department currently is doing is we've created this approved in-service verification of completion. And so I'm sending this to you as the administrators, and you'll fill in the legal name, date of birth, and address of the staff who completed the Cultivating Readers Fall Institute, Collaborative Calls, Spring Institute, August 1st of last year through the Spring Institute of this year. It's 15 credit hours to meet the requirement of the legislation. And then it is signed by your superintendent, charter or private school administrator or designee. This document meets that recertification for dyslexia professional development for recertification. So if your staff did it this year, woohoo, you will fill out this form for them, have it signed. You will give them a copy and they will use it when they go to recertify, and it's on our state approved list. For next year, we're going to offer for the elementary schools that are participating, other staff that are not part of the Cultivating Readers that need this PD requirement will be allowed to attend our virtual Fall Institute, collaboration trainings, and Spring Institute, and get that PD as well. So, Neil, I'm going to pick on you because not all of your teachers are going to necessarily, that are maybe 4th and 5th grade, want to get foundational skills training. So we are going to open up for non-participants. They could do the comprehension track or the vocabulary track, or if they want, they can do foundational skills intensification for maybe meeting the needs of those students in small group intervention instruction. But because we understand that we're opening this up and we want it to be applicable, they get to choose their content. Now, if they're part of the Cultivating Readers cohort, teachers that have been doing this for 2 years, they will be doing the vocabulary instruction. That's next year's focus, is vocabulary instruction. Year 4 is comprehension. So in the end, the Cultivating Readers teachers get all 4 years. But teachers that aren't in the project that potentially need the PD for dyslexia, they get to choose if they want to do comprehension or foundational skills or vocabulary. So
that sounds really nice. Yeah, thanks for thinking about those teachers.
Well, again, nobody wants to go to a training that says, oh my gosh, this does not help me at all in working with my kids. But the strategies that Lexi and Shelby do on vocabulary and comprehension transcend grade levels. The strategies are applicable if you're working with really young kids all the way up through and to middle school. But go ahead, Jennifer.
Question. When you're saying they get to choose which strategy they want to focus on, are you meaning they get to choose the modules that they want to view and participate in?
So the way this works is the way our Fall Institute activities work, and I will be sending this out in a document. Your MTSS, oh, you know what? I forgot to start the recording. The MTSS team will have their in-person, Jennifer, you guys are going to be in Coeur d'Alene. And then when I say Boise, it's actually the Nampa Civic Center. And then Sugar Salem, we're going to be in Idaho Falls. But then there's virtual reading instruction training. And on July 21st, it's going to be on foundational skills. On the 1st, it's going to be foundational skills intensification, which you guys had this year at the Fall Institute. And next year, you'll be moving into vocabulary instruction. Now, if, Jennifer, you have a 5th grade teacher that says, I'm not part of the Cultivating Readers project, and I really would rather do comprehension because it's more applicable to where my kids' needs are, they can attend on August 3rd. And I'm going to send this to you in a document, but then their monthly calls are going to be the 4th Tuesday of the month, because this is actually the comprehension content. And if they're doing vocabulary, they would be the 3rd Tuesday of the month. If you have a kindergarten through 3rd grade teacher who potentially has not been part of the Cultivating Readers, they would be able to attend, if they so chose, the foundational skills information. So we're really trying to pair it to, if you're in the project, your teachers are going to be doing vocabulary. If your teachers are not in the project, they will have some options on what they want to take. But they need to correspond what they take at the Fall Institute to the Tuesday call, whether it's the second Tuesday, third Tuesday, or fourth Tuesday. Have I made, it's a bit garbled, but did that all flow for everybody? Okay. Again, we're trying to support your buildings where they're at, and as part of being part of the Cultivating Readers project, we're trying to support all the teachers within your building. Now, Kelly, this would only be open to the school that is participating, not necessarily open to all your elementaries.
Yes, understood. Thank you.
Okay. And similar for you, Kendall, it's only going to be open for those schools. But the nice thing is they'll have the PD, or they'll have this certification. Now, we're going to rely on you as administrators to track who completes what, because we're sending this document for this year to you, and you will say, these people met the criteria, they attended that Fall Institute, they attended the monthly calls, they're going to be at this, they're at the Spring Institute, and then you provide them this document. And then next year we'll have another one that reflects August, well, it'll be July 31st, 2023 through June 30th of 2024. I like some nodding heads. Other questions on the PD? Awesome. So I will be sending you out a document probably next week sometime that really walks you through how they will register. I am going to be sending out the registration links for the Fall Institute. If you are traveling more than 50 miles one way, we have set aside room blocks for your staff. So Jennifer, are you guys within 50 miles of Coeur d'Alene? You're beyond that.
Yeah, we're beyond that, but it's not much beyond. I don't think probably people would choose to spend the night.
Okay. But this is the
Because it's only
link.
one day, right?
Yes, this is only one day.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, Brian, you guys are close enough to Idaho Falls. And remind me, Michelle, you had stated you were not going to be able to attend as a team on for the Fall Institute. Is
What
that
were the
correct?
dates again?
That date would have been in Boise on the 8th,
Yeah, no.
or Idaho
Football School
Falls
District.
on the 11th.
Yeah, those are teacher stipend days, and so we have to be in our buildings on the 8th. So I don't know if Angie and Kendall are gonna go or not.
Well, it really should be your team.
Yeah,
Would it be feasible to go to Idaho Falls on the 11th?
the 11th is opening day ceremonies, so no, probably not. Those are required.
Okay. So what I need you guys to do is work with me on a date to walk you through the systems work
Okay,
as you get ready to start the new year. And I would love to have those dates ahead of time. So if I am coming out to you guys, I have all the materials and we can spend some time together.
well, and we might need to rearrange our team a little bit because we're going to lose a couple of teachers.
Unfortunately, that seems to happen every single year.
Yeah, we
So-
lost one last year and I wasn't able to fill that spot, and so I want to fill it. And I want to get our Title I teacher more up to speed, and then I'm gonna lose another spot. And so, I would like to pick a day after everybody is in their spots.
You let me know when that is and we will make some arrangements.
Okay,
Okay. So any questions on the Fall Institute for both returning teachers and potential new people to get the PD? Any questions on that?
I
Yeah.
have one question. Oh. Sorry.
Jennifer, and then I think it was Neil.
So we have a new special education teacher joining one of our elementary schools, and then our upper grade elementary special education teacher. I think it would be really advantageous to have them join. And I know when we very first started, we just had one special education teacher. Is it possible to have both of the other special education teachers join
For the
For-
Fall Institute?
for our whole cohort? Or would you?
Yes, as long as you have, yes, with the capacity to coach them.
Okay,
As long as you have the capacity to coach teachers, we're willing to support as many teachers as you want to be part of your fidelity team or that implementation team.
okay. Thanks.
Now, Neil, did you have a question?
Yeah, I did. I just wanted to make sure I had the dates right. So you've got, we'd go to Idaho Falls and it looks like the 11th of August for a Fall Institute.
Correct.
Was there anything else I had written down on my calendar, August 2nd for something?
That is for your instructional staff. That is this virtual vocabulary training.
Oh, and it's virtual. Was there something for parents?
That the parents will be on
Oh, there it is.
there.
August 2nd. Okay.
And these are for new parents joining the team, and then August 8th for that are returning, and then in person if they're part. This is really for the readiness year. So it's the second is where you want to be.
Okay. That sounds good. Thank you.
Yes.
Shannon, I'm going to assume that an Evite will go out to all the people who need to participate in these virtual trainings.
One of the things I'm going to do is because we have a really hard time maintaining the list because teachers come and go and administrators don't always send us updates. I will be sending the information to the principals and you, Angie and Kendall. I will send out registration links to teachers who I have emails for, but it is going to be the administrator's responsibility to ensure that the appropriate people receive the information on what to register for, especially since we're opening it up to non-cultivating readers, teachers' participation for the dyslexia piece. Because I don't have those emails at all. That's really going to come up to you guys.
Cindy's been over there since,
Oh,
and
Other questions? What we'd really like, I'm gonna shrink this down, is if you've had celebrations, we'd really love for you. If you've done it, fabulous. Jennifer, you guys have done a fabulous newsletter. I so appreciate it. It brightens my day when you send me your newsletter that goes out. If you haven't done a celebration, celebrate your newsletter because it's amazing. Just give us a short write-up and a copy of one of them to say, this is what we're doing to keep in contact, and we'll meld it into the presentation. Kelly, have you, I think Justine sent us something this week.
I know they were working on it.
Okay, I believe so. What about Michelle? Have you guys come up with a celebration to share with us?
It's on my list of to-dos, but I have not made it to done.
Okay. Again, we really want to celebrate celebrate the good work and the efforts that are being done in your buildings. And what about sugar?
I talked to our instructional coach this morning. I think this is something that we're still working on getting to you. So we'll get it to you here soon.
Okay, if you need any help, let me know. We want, if we can, them as soon as possible so we can present it on June 13th. Here's the registration. It will be coming out for the Spring Institute. Your leadership team will be meeting with Carol Disson in the morning, and then the instructional staff will be working with Lexi and Shelby in the afternoon. These links are only specific to the in-person in the 3 locations in the state. But I am creating another document that hopefully will explain who signs up for what, where. Like I said, this is going to be a short call today because we are finishing up the year. I know you guys are all in testing mode and we're in the process of doing the Spring Institute. Is there any other assistance I can do for you guys in closing out, preparing for next year, answer any questions?
Yeah, so I have a question specific for coaches.
Okay.
Pam is the teacher on our team and she submitted a video to Kathy. Kathy did a coaching session and recorded it and then submitted that to Cultivating Readers. But then Kathy submitted a video as a teacher to me, but I don't see anywhere that it says that I need to record. I'm supposed to just give her feedback though. So to be honest, I'm a little confused on what the expectations are for coaches. I know you're supposed to have a feedback session with your teacher, but I'm not sure exactly what that looks like. I have looked all over the rubric. I have looked everywhere and I cannot find anything specific written down of guidance for coaches. So I'm confused.
I will work to be more explicit on that. Coaches have been, and Kaylee is actually sent out the correspondence on this, has asked that coaches submit a coaching video to Lexi and Shelby to provide you some coaching feedback. There's
Sorry to interrupt you, Shannon, but what I saw from that, what I understood from that, because I saw the email and all it said was feedback, like make sure to give your teacher feedback. Like I didn't really understand that I had to record or how I do that. I'm not like I've heard it voiced, but then when I started looking at the procedure on how to actually do it, I can't find anything to help me know how to do it.
Are you in Inside Advance?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I got the video from Kathy. I found the rubric, like I have everything. And I'm just like, but now what?
Well, let you and I schedule time and we will go over it.
Okay.
You send me some dates and times at work and I will be available.
Okay. Thank you, Shannon.
Sure. Other questions or concerns or guidance? If not, that is all I had for today, is really just to kind of close us down. If you have questions, don't hesitate, don't be frustrated. Just give me a call or send me an email and we'll work things and I'll provide whatever guidance I can. Okay, and Michelle, I'll wait until you tell me and then we'll get some dates on the calendar. All right, Everybody have a fabulous afternoon, and I will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.